Bushido, Phoe Thaw, what's going on? How you doing, man? How you living?
Yeah, I'm strong so far, and I'm just trying to uh trying to everything's fine with the any kinds of situation.
What is your daily schedule nowadays with the coronavirus epidemic going on right now?
Yeah, so there is a 21 viral case in Myanmar, which is the positive people are just getting a cure in the hospital at the moment. So we're just trying to maintain ourselves, and we train every day, and weightlifting and some kinds of techniques. And also, we just trying to help with the some home workout exercise to the client and some other people who would like to do workouts at homes while they are in quarantine. So we put 2 times in once, no, I mean 2 days once for the workout videos, video file and live. So we do every 2 days.
So at the gym, it's only the fighters that are allowed there, the people that work there.
Yes, my gyms is allowed only the people who stay at the gyms. So I don't allow any people who gonna camp from outside, and we just train here by ourselves. So no outside people are allowed to train at the moment.
Is it a benefit for you guys right now? So since you don't have a lot of people at the gym, or do you like having a lot of people there to give you some energy, with the workouts and everything?
Yeah, so we're always trying to motivate ourselves. So the most important thing for the athletes is the self motivation, and we have to be stay like professional at all time. So we have to be focused on our next fight and the futures. We have to be put as much as we could. So which is we have a weak point and strong point. We have to be sharp ourselves. We have to try to sharp ourselves. So so we have some something uh, getting a problem for the any. So we don't have any fight. We don't have any. We are just depends on the fight and the gym incoming. So there is no gyms are open at the moment in Yangon, so we don't have any incoming. But we still have to be survive, trying our best. So we just have a little money and just save the food, save the money, and just eat very properly, which is with the ration of everybody for the everyday. So is this a moment that we have to be uh, survive for a little bit difficult in my life, but we are never upset of any situation, and we just keep trying ahead to get growth and keep fighting, and with the motivation, we don't give up.
Yeah, and so it must be very difficult for a lot of fighters, especially the Lethwei fighters, that they don't get to compete,
Yeah.
so they don't make money, and that's how they make their money. They have to fight every week.
Yes. So there's no fight. They don't have money, and they just fight for the little with a little bit money. So they don't get much money from the fight. So that's why they um, regularly fight 2 weeks a fight, 1 month a fight. So very uh, close by 5 to 5. So at the moment there is no fight in countryside in either in Yangon. So there is no way there's no way to get the money from the fight. So they I don't know about them, but maybe they go back to the province and the hometown, and they do some parents walk or something like very traditional walk. I
So in Yangon, do you guys have a curfew at the moment?
Not at the moment very strictly, but the government are warning not to go out. So if possible, but there is no such a law at the moment. But they just giving some awareness about not to get infected by the virus, and also how it works for the protecting for the virus if we stay at home. That it does it. But there is the water festival is coming on next week, but announce the law not to go out anybody, not to uh, collect the people, not to make a group, not to uh, participate the water festival. Everybody has to be stay at home.
So when you go out every day to go to work and to the gym, do you see a big difference of how many people are outside and running around and walking around and even stores open?
Yeah, so some of the people are just going normal because they don't have to they they don't have a situation to stay at home because they have to be struggle for their incoming for daily because their incoming is just so day by day, so daily incoming, they have to survive very difficult in their life, so that's why they have to go out for the walk. Just some poor people just for their poverty, but most of the people just stay at home, and the town is quite quiet, and less people are going out there than before, but stay going out some people for the survival, but some people are just don't care about the virus, and they have a less observation, less fear, and less smart, and they stay going out and hang out with the people. I have seen such a people like here, and I don't go anywhere if it is not in a if it is not urgent case or emergency, because my gym is my home. I stay at the same building as my gym's exit, so I don't have to go anywhere. I just stay at home. I just train. I just sleep. I just eat, and I just train. I just read the books, and I studied about the techniques and the thing that I have to be observed for my career. Such a thing I do every day, and I'm trying to help the people from the online. How can I help in any kinds of way with my professionals? And then that is what I'm doing as a routine.
Well, that's great. That's great that you're helping your customers and the people that need help, especially exercising, because it's
Yeah,
very hard to be motivated at home to exercise most of the time, right? So it's good that you're doing it for
yeah.
everybody. Now, did you have a fight scheduled before the pandemic started?
Not. Uh, I didn't have any schedule for the fight before the pandemic, but one of my student has a fight on April 23rd. But it is postponed. It was postponed.
Chatri, he just announced that they're postponing all the events for April. So I
Yeah.
think everybody is gonna be out of a fight, and you last fought in October. So when were you planning on returning to the cage or the ring?
So I was uh, I was at a very good experience uh, after my last bout. So on April in Tokyo. So I defeated by a Korean guy, Yun Chamin. So he's a pretty smart and good and strong. So that made me uh, inspired a lot to getting better in my career for the futures. And I'm just planning for my next fight, which is to prepare and observe everything I have to be uh, collect with the same strength exercise, with the same technically preparation. So since I was finished with my last bout, I don't quit with my training and just still keep training. As soon as I finish my fight, and don't stop, and I just keep training hard, and I feel very, you know, unsatisfied myself. I shouldn't be lost in the within one round very quickly. I have to be give more more with the better performance to entertain the audience, which is win or lose, it doesn't matter. But I have to be give more better performance to the audience. That is what I want to show. That's why I have to be train harder than
Since that last fight, what have you been focusing on? Have you been focused on getting stronger, like strength and conditioning, or your ground game, or your striking, boxing? What have you been working with on?
I was been working with the strength and ground game because I may have some power of explosive and maybe I could knock someone out. But when I have to struggle in the very bad situation, bad position, I have to be strong enough with that. So I'm not strong enough with the strength. So that's why I focus into maintain with my strength conditioning and also the ground techniques because so there's a little bit, not a little bit, it is quite difficult to absorb with the MMA style training in Myanmar because the MMA was developed since 2015 and there is no such a big gyms to compete with the other country like a very famous gym state have experience and competing in the worldwide, but we just don't have a MMA experienced athletes and also the very big jiu-jitsu no-gi gym, but but some of the gyms is normal regularly like training like a family group, which is for the amateur with their hobby for regular exercise, not for the pro training. But we do have only those kinds of training location to train to compete with the international level. So that's why that is one of the biggest problem. So for the stand fight, we don't have to worry about that because we have many gym for the stand fight and we have many experienced fighter. But here in Myanmar, just only me. There is no such other MMA fighter in Myanmar beside me. So that's why I don't have any partners. I don't have any one to who will teach me. So my gym is the first MMA gym ever in Myanmar, only in Yangon. That's why I'm just trying to teach other people. There is no such a people who will teach me back. That's why. So I have when I face with somebody who really good with the ground game. So I have to be smart. When I am just getting on the ground, that might be real difficult for me, and that is a problem. So that's why I just start focusing on my ground game than before and keep training hard.
Do you ever plan on maybe going somewhere, maybe to Thailand or to Phuket and training a little bit more focused on your MMA ground game and wrestling?
Yeah, that is one of the plan that I really want to do with the long-term plan. But there's no such a budget for that training plan because one we have to go to there, we have to be use the same budget, and it gotta be cost more than the local. So that's why there is no sponsor to me, and also I could go only 1 month before the fight, just short term and just focusing on some techniques and not strength and conditioning because I have to keep training hard with the technically strategy. So that's why whenever I'm just planning to go to somewhere, I have to survive for my incoming. I have to care about my gym because I don't have every fight in 2 months. I don't get every fight in 6 months. That's why I have to be survive. I have to be keep working with my hobby for the expense. So that's why I have to be managed with the gym. So I can go so farther from the gym for long. And if I have to go, I have to make money.
Mm.
So maybe sometime I can let somebody manage with the gym. It's fine. But when I have to go to the camp for a long time, for maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, what could I get the money for that? So there's no budget for me, and I'm just looking for some sponsorship in here. No, such a business person don't care about the athletes to support, but some other people which is doing some crazy. Blah, 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 blah. They really focus on those people and giving them money, very very big, but not the athletes, not even MMA fighter for the whole country. Every athlete, mostly 95%, maybe more, has to be struggle with our own plan, own strategy, own money, and represent the country. That's why I only have a chance to train 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the fight in the camp out of Yangon.
So even with Lethwei, being so popular in Myanmar, it's still hard to get a sponsor, even those fighters.
Yes, because you know here is a very stubborn people in lightweight because so lightweight might be the toughest fight ever among the other kinds of any fight, but this not only we could fight very tough. It's not working. We have to be smart. We have to be managed to compete with the international level. We have to be transformed. We have to be adapt to the sports science. We have to be work with the business partnership. We have to be work with the nutrition. And we have to be work with the some manager. We have to work with the some physiotherapist. But here is only the people just doing the very traditional light before in the Asian time, just as much as we know, which is very old training system. They don't adapt. So that's why they don't care about to how to make money. They only care about how to fight, not to lose. That's it. They don't care about not too much getting higher level to reach to the international level. How to exposure themselves, how to make money or to fight with this the last fight and make more money. No, when they get such a money like some commit fighting fees, they're just trying to fight more and more fight, not trying to get incoming higher from any other kinds from to get many kinds of way. So that's why people don't. There is uh, no such a bit branded, and the business people are focusing to support every single Lawi fighters. And Lawi fighter also don't know the awareness. They only care about the Lawi event, how the client will come to the event and make money for once. When they invest for $100, they get $50 profit, $200 profit. That's enough, and then they just trying to make another event. Maybe people are getting more interested about the lightweight event and getting popular with the lightweight terms, but the lightweight techniques and the fighters who survive in the lightweight career is getting worse of their living style life. Not getting much better than before. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So it's still like the ancient ways. It's not like modernized and you gotta, because when you're an athlete, when you're a fighter, you gotta make money and you gotta make more money so you can retire from fighting, right? So it's not like that right now. It's just the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That is all the thing is connect with the everybody. Also the audience. They they also uh always given the pressure. They always push to the fighter they support. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to fight with him. You don't have to fight with him, even though this is not a fair fight. But no, you have to fight with him. And everybody, Namasan, everybody, is giving him pressure to fight with the different way, different experience. People are just according to the audience desire, the fighter has to fight. So that is one of the problem. Also, the team manager, the team coaches, they don't even know how to weight loss. They only trying to fight with somebody which is not the same weight class. Oh, it's okay, not just 5 kilos. It's okay, no problem. You can make a draw, and such things are just the way of thinking, and just keep doing the same way. It's not the it's not a good prospect for the lightweight and the technique and also the fighters. So everybody has to change, and also the promoter, they only care about the tickets to sell it. So how many people will come and how the people would like to see with the bout. So sometimes some people are just getting sick before the fight. Maybe they just are tiredness of the training, or maybe sometimes just getting sick. No, please, just fight. Everybody's want to watch your fight. You don't have to cancel the fight. Just 1-2 rounds, and then just they make a fight bout. They don't want to be canceled. That is one of the problem here too. So we have to be commit. We have to be, commit very exactly with the rules and regulation.
But no rules and
So
regulations.
there's rules and regulation, but not obey exactly.
Okay.
Maybe we have to be modernized. We have to be adapt with the in different ways. So you have somebody has only somebody may have his own idea, and we have to be accept, and we have to be test with that. But no, that is the wrong way. You don't have to be test. This is not a good idea. So they never try before they start. They always just start saying it's not possible, it's negative. So that's why just only in the traditional way of the lightweight is keep growing. But if we adapt to the other ways, so it could be more popular and more getting interest by the world. So I mean, some of the guy want to fight a lightweight, but only bare knuckle, only knockout, only headbutt. No one of the family, none of the family would like to let their son and daughter fight in the lightweight. It should be like a major fight with a glove, and also no headbutt, with shin guard, no elbow, such a thing. But lightweight techniques, but rules change, and also the semi-pro. And we can use a headbutt, but we use a glove. And the next step, pro level. Okay, you can go to the pro level. Every exactly as the rules of the lightweight. But if we just start changing to the point system, no, there is no lightweight. Lightweight is only knockout. So they're very stubborn people, and also the lightweights, the leader. I mean, the federation of the CEO is not working that much. I'm sure because he's not a lightweight fighter, and also he's just not interested in and loving of what he is doing. Even though he's not a lightweight fighter, he has to be love of what he is doing. But he don't care about that. He's just trying to get him how to make money.
Yeah, I
to put in the
understand.
pocket.
I understand what you're saying. It does have to change a lot to grow the sport, to make the sport more international, and to benefit the fighters. That's number one, right? Benefit the fighters and get more attention to the fighters, and yeah, you do have to have amateur. You do have to have step by step. You got to raise the fighters up.
Yes.
You cannot just go straight to Lethwei, because, like you said, that's a hard sport. It's the hardest sport, hardest fighting art in the world, and you can't just jump in. You got to have steps, and you got to do it smart.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. Now, with you, When do you are you ready to fight now, or are you planning on waiting?
Uh,
What's the situation for yourself?
I'm keep training hard. I'm ready for my fight,
Mm,
but I'm not satisfied yet because it is a matter for the fight that I win or lose.
mm,
But I have to be compete myself every day.
mm,
I have to be getting better than tomorrow than last day. I have to be better tomorrow. So that's why even though I just beat someone out, it doesn't mean I'm just getting better.
mm,
But I have to be better than today. That is what I'm just focusing on myself and training. But I'm ready for the fight. But I need to observe and study more. I have to learn every day because this is not about only me.
mm,
I have to share with my experience and what I know. I want to, distribute. I want to share with everything I know to the another generation who would like to be like me, to be MMA fighter, to be some. I'm not trying to inspire only fighting in the cage. I'm just inspire people how to live in smart, how to make money, not only fighting in the cage. With your professional, there's the many way to make money, many ways of incoming. So you can be a role model, you can be a actor, you can be someone. So that's why I'm dedicate my life to help some other people, and also I want to be succeed.
I'm waiting for you to get back in there and then compete again. I've been watching you since the beginning, and do you ever think you're gonna fight Letway again?
Yeah, I want to be a Lawi fighter again, and I want to be fight in Lawi for my last bout
Mm,
before I retire. Because I love Lethwei
mm,
because Lethwei is so much interesting, very good techniques,
mm.
very similar, very suitable for the street fight, very beautiful fight, very good.
Yeah.
But there's no supporting how
Mm,
to grow with the techniques.
mm,
They're only just trying to support how to grow with the terms.
mm,
Everybody know Lethwei, but not Lethwei techniques.
mm.
No, I'm different. I want to be survive with the Lethwei techniques in any kinds of fight. Muay Thai, come on, I can fight with a Lethwei. Come on, kickboxing, who's gonna fight with me? I'm a Lethwei background. I can fight MMA. That is what I'm trying to do that. That's why.